All right, y'all. This is concerning Chapter 3, Section 2, just kind of an important topic that we will be dealing with later on, I believe, in Chapter 7 and 8, and pretty much the rest of the course, is this idea of the empirical rule. So we have this normal curve, and this is kind of telling us about percentages of the population. They talk about plus or minus 1 standard deviation is 68% of the population lies between. Plus or minus 2 standard deviations would be 95%, and plus or minus 3, well, that's pretty much everybody is plus or minus 3 standard deviations. Again, you always have people that are extreme on either end. But the empirical rule is just kind of giving some information, some numerical information about a population if it has a normal distribution. And so I was just going to kind of work through an idea. So let's say that we said that the average height of a male is 5'11" or 5'10" sounds good. So that would be 70 inches tall with a standard deviation of 4 inches. If I wanted to see what percentage of the population was between 66 and 74, notice that is 1 standard deviation below, so 70 minus 4 is 66, 1 standard deviation above. And we get something that says 68% of the population is in between 1 standard deviation above or below. If we did 62 to 78, we would get that 95%. And if we did 58 to 82, we'd get 99.7. So that's where those numbers are coming from that they're referring to in the text. But this just has some implications later on that I thought it would be helpful to discuss. I believe after they talk about this idea, they talk about the Chebyshev inequality on the next page. And just to discuss it a little bit, it's a formula to calculate the same type of percentages, except we don't know if it's a normal distribution. So this works for any distribution where k is the number of standard deviations. So if you were 2 standard deviations out, 1 minus 1/4 would be 0.75 times 100. That means 75% of our values would be in between 2 standard deviations of the mean. So that's Chebyshev's inequality.